I've got a headache, got a bit of a sore throat. Football happened. Love football. Let's play Football Manager, which is just as good, if not slightly less physically intensive, which is why I play it. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to another exciting time here at AFC Thames as we face off in the league. Wow, this has been a long time coming. Against Thames FC, of course. The team. Where is it? I've got it to hand. This is how real Thames were once upon a time. DoctorBenjyFM on the back. Don't wear this anymore. No, can't be seen out in public in this. But look, remember these? Let's see if we can get some red ones made, shall we? It's not long. Get in there now. But you can see, since we last met them, we've played an awful lot of games. I say an awful lot, we've played some football matches. West Ham then was the game. It was a 3-3 last time. It was fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. We can see there then, we've got a defeat to Southend in the Cup. Played a pretty strong team. Thought, let's get our morale back. Let's get our confidence back. They scored 2 penalties. So it's great to be alive. I mean, we were awful. Nothing more to add. You can see as well, system-wise, you carried on the 4-4-2 against Liverpool. So despite losing to Southend, we then lost 2-1 to Liverpool. A better performance. Ethan Wilson scored a very late header. Didn't matter. 1-0 defeat to Arsenal. I was pretty happy with that, not going to lie. That's not the worst result ever. And then I thought, right, I'm not happy about losing, though. We're losing the midfield battle, so I'll change it and play 3 midfielders. Got beat 4-0. I know you're going to say, well, 4-3 is fewer midfielders. I meant like the central midfield battle. They were just knocking it around us, so I thought we'll try and pack it a bit. Didn't work, as you can see there. 4-0 this week, so I went back to the 4-4-2. That scared me enough to think, okay, maybe we should go back to what works. And you can see a 4-1 win and a 2-1 win. And you can also see a player name there that is new because we've made a couple of additional signings. So Dominic Doles was brought in last episode, and 2 more loan signings have joined us. There's no loan rules in terms of like foreign loans, so get them all in. You can only have 2 from the Premier League, which is annoying, but again, these foreign loans, you can get as many as you want. Francisco Catania from AS Roma, that's the first one we've brought in. A very good central midfielder. I feel like will be very solid for us, is playing a lot of the games as well. I just think he's a very good player. Good work rates, good technique, really good physically. For 6'2", welcome to the team. And then we've gone back to Dortmund. We went and got another one of their defenders. Not another one of their defenders, another one of their players, of course. We've got Ivan Trout up front. Maximilian Götze, which is probably said differently, but I'm not German, so it looks like Götze. So I'm saying Götze. I wish I just said that after every pronunciation. Yeah, looks pretty decent to me. A 6'1", decent physical attributes. That agility for a defender is really high. Positioning, teamwork, work rate's really, really good. That sort of makes him far better in terms of his technicals, actually. The fact he's got those to begin with means that his heading, his marking, his tackling will all be slightly better, and that 13 technique, because he's got great work rate, great positioning, and that agility, balance, jumping reach. All of those things then make these technical attributes better. I often see these attributes as sort of, well, how good are these making the technicals? That's generally is how I look at things, whether that be dribbling or first touch or anything like that. So Maximilian Götze, welcome to the side. And that concluded our transfer business. 2 players from Dortmund, 2 from Liverpool. We've kept it in-house. A couple from Serie A as well. One from Bayern Munich. Oh, no, I did get 2 defenders. Sorry, I was getting Ivan Trout and Osmanovic mixed up. So yeah, we've got 2 defenders from Dortmund. Maybe there'll be a partnership at times, and Dortmund will love me for it. But so far, Luigi stays in. But you can see we are loan-filled right now. And as a result of being loan-filled, it's that time of the series, viewers, where we check out if we've got lowest wage in the league. Lowest wage in the league. You'll never sing that. Do you think we've got it in this season? Well, let's find out together, shall we? I've just spent an obscene amount of time changing the outline to my camera, so if it looked different from the last minute you saw me, it's because I broke it, and now I've had to fix it. 5 minutes, that was. Yep, 5 minutes. I've got no idea what I was talking about before this. Oh, lowest wage in the league. Sorry. Do you know what? Because I thought I'm going to have to move the camera in a moment, so I'll just get that prepared. I was thrown completely off. Right then, we're on salaries. I've moved over just a touch so you can see what's going on. Chelsea, £274 million. Manchester City, £247 million. Now, we're not in the top 17. Not that surprising. Newly promoted. Haven't quite had the time to make our budgets extortionate. So, are we 18th? Oh, no, just missed out. Stoke, 76 million Stoke. So, that's pretty high up. 19. Do we come in at 19th, viewers? Oh, well, lowest wage in the league. Lowest wage in the league. We'll never sing that. So what do you reckon? 59 for Brighton. So we're probably like 40, 30, don't you think? Do you think? 15 million. Good God. Right then, it's going to be a fun season. And to be honest, I didn't really mention it, but like in terms of the games we've won, we beat Wolves 4-1 and beat Leicester 2-1. I was about, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'll say this quietly because I don't want the team to find out. Right? I am a little bit surprised. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't believe it. When we were 3-1 up against Wolves, I thought something had happened. I was like, hang on, have we taken something? And then the Leicester game was slightly different. We went 2-0 up in that game, and we were I'm going to say it, viewers. We were cruising. It might not look like we were cruising, but believe me, we were cruising. Then Lloyd gets himself sent off, and I end up playing Solomon in sort of an attacking midfield spot for the entirety of the game. We just hold on. We just hang on, viewers. Surely, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, so that's 7 yellow cards, Ben, 8 including Lloyd being sent off. And I'm going to say to you, we've won 2 matches. So, pipe it. We currently sit 13th in the league table. Thames sitting in 7th position. So, if we beat them today, we can't go above them. Right, good. Here we go. By the way, Johan Seller. Celia, I guess we played him. I didn't know of him before we played him. That's ridiculous. I mean, not fair. 20 agility, 19 dribbling shouldn't be allowed. Like, outrageous. So team-wise, one little change you've done. The 2 wing-backs are now involved. Pizarro one side, Serpat the other. Magel picked up an injury. Where is he here? Here he is. So he hasn't been available for a little while, it must be said. Got a sports hernia at the end of August. So he's not been able to feature. Serpat's come in. Of course, the plan for Serpat was to play him in this wing position. But Amoroso has started the season, I'm going to say okay, 3 assists to his name in whatever it is, 7 games or something. So it's not too bad. I think maybe long term, like Magel coming in and playing at the back there and then moving Serpak forward is the future. But while it's working, it's working. The midfield duo of Wootton and Catania was born out of the fact that McGregor got an injury as well, so he's not been available. And we've won 2 games in a row. So this is the lineup that played against Wolves and against Leicester and got those 2 wins. So we're going to stick with it. I tried to give us a little bit more in wide areas. It should be said, we've not kept a clean sheet yet. So if we're to do that today against Thames, that would be good. They do have I know this already, they have one of the best strikers in the league. So he's going to be fun to look out for. I can't remember his name, but I'm sure it'll come to my attention now. Moreira is... He's a good footballer. Let's just say there he is. So basically, the job is to stop him. I was hoping to see some... Robert O'Grady is the sort of goalkeeper name that I would have. They've got a Dino on the bench as well. Federico. I'm just thinking that if I'd carried on Thames FC, those boys would be heroes of the safe. They've got the right names for the job. So lowest wage in the league versus not the lowest wage in the league. We'll continue with our 4-4-2 in a big game against Thames. Of course, we'll play more matches. We're going to play 1 today. We're going to play a lot more matches as we go forward. Again, trying to figure out where we stand in the Premier League. Like if the season ended today and we ended up 13th, I would be delighted. You've seen the wages, folks. If we can stay competitive, that's all I'm really looking for. We're playing on a cautious mentality now as well. I've come away from balance because I felt like that was just giving us too much to do, basically, in games. We'd start balance, go a goal down, and then have to fight back. Whereas playing cautiously, we're just a little bit risk-free. And that's what I'm all for as Wootton. I'm concerned that the ball forward... okay, it was quite nice, actually, to Amoroso. Now, if he runs with it rather than just booting it, that's far better for us. And he did. He dribbled a little further forward, and the ball towards Solomon is cut out. And that's not really what I want to see from my front 2. Now, system-wise here, just before you carry on, what are they playing? Okay, 4-2-3-1, which is quite simple. And we've stopped... Now, I'm going to question the defensive line there because I think it was about 3 different lines in one. What even happens? Because the ball forward looks very... I'm going to use the phrase deal with itable, which I don't think is a phrase, but you can see there that he runs forward. We sort of stop. I mean, this defender just doesn't try. And then you have another defender, Luigi. He runs back, then thinks, "Oh, were we playing offside? I'll go back and and then Mason scores, and it's." The numbers, Mason. 1-0. Thames versus Thames. Red versus blue. It's frustrating. Anyway, we'll see how we go. We've got a bit of possession. That came from a really stupid ball from one of our strikers. He should be up front, not trying to create from deeper areas. As nice work from us, though, on this side. Serpak, we know he's good going forward. Ball played in. Oh, Trout. It was a big opportunity for him, and he's blown it. They've had 1 shot, 1 on target. Okay, well, that was annoying as I was hovering over it. It was like I forced that. And then they've had 5. What the heck? They've had 5 shots now. They're in the game, it's fair to say. We'll try and encourage our boys as Christiansen picks this up. And I guess what we're finding out here is this is slightly different from the cup game you played. That Canon's off the bar. We're finding out our level compared to them. Where do we stand compared to where Thames stand. And right now, there is an obvious gulf in quality, an obvious gulf in class, not just from that striker I showed you. Their overall team is going to be far better, of course it is, as De Silva to Williams. And wow, Nee has made an unbelievable save. As I realised as he makes that save, he's still not kept a clean sheet for me, as the short corners that we adopted in like League 2, it felt like. Serpak gets it now, it drops. Serpak sounds like the butter. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that was butter-like, viewers. We cut through them just like it. Leon Ermantrout with the goal. I think it was Lloyd that played the ball across. It all comes from the corner though, and yeah, really well worked. I say really well worked. I think we got a little bit lucky at one point. But Serpak into Lloyd, who plays it onto the edge of the box. Does he know? Back into Serpak. I've just watched it, viewers, and my mind can't remember. There it goes to the edge of the box. Continue to Lloyd, and it's just such a dangerous ball to try and stop. Really good assist from him, and Ermantrout pokes home. We're going to see it for a third time because obviously I forgot it, so I thought I'd see it again as that defender's played us all onside. Thank you, mate. And it's 1-1. This is actually not too dissimilar from the Cup game. Of course, our team has improved quite a lot since then. Theirs probably hasn't, in all reality. Like, it's probably pretty similar to the team he played last time, as Gotts heads it clear, and we need one of those strikers at times to have the initiative to come and drop deeper. They're not playing roles that will suggest they'll do that, but we just need them to do it on occasion, as Nee's going to pick this up. Now, we're trying to instruct the ball to go over the top of their back line. That's not done it. That's giving it straight to their right back. And now Thames with a chance to maybe create. And Moreira is a problem for us. These two, in fact, De Silva and Moreira, and you could arguably throw Christensen into that as well, are very elusive. And we're trying to keep a lid on it. Oh, we've not kept a lid on it, viewers. They've popped the lid off. It's like Pringles. Thames are the Pringles of the Premier League, whereas we're sort of like pub nuts right now, which is a shame. All right, 2-1 down, as that's a brilliant challenge. Now, we're going to have to do something pretty miraculous to work something from all the way back there. And that ain't it, viewers. I got news for you. You can kind of see, right, this is why I started to play the 3 in midfield situation, because they play it into this player. Everyone plays 4-2-3-1, it feels like. So they play it into that guy, and then we are 6s and 7s. That's deflected, I think, as well, into his path. And now it's 3-1 Thames, and after being 1-1 and feeling pretty comfortable, that's a real shame. So I don't know how I get around that. If you don't play with 2 strikers, I feel like I'm football manager this year. Like, I love the fact that our breakaway opportunities with Solomon and Ermantrout are so obvious. Now, whether we have to start playing into that a little bit more, sitting slightly deeper and allowing these better teams to attack us, and then we spring these attacks with these two wider players. I say wide players, forward players, that we could maybe have play slightly wider, move into the channels a little bit more, look for those more direct passes out of defence. Because that's, again, we're just sort of being picked apart at times, and it's very frustrating. We can try and do it maybe in the second half, and we can try and maybe make a little bit more of that. In transition, maybe don't press so much. We're playing quite a high line, because I feel like you kind of have to. Whether we go slightly more direct, and then it's all about the instructions that we give. Like, running at the defence maybe is the option, like dribbling less. I don't know. This is difficult, because at times I want to do both of those things, and I kind of have to pick one or the other. We'll be more disciplined. I think that's the starting point. And then with our front 2, in fact, we'll go to the dressing room here because we've got a team talk to do as well. Look, we're keen to avenge what happened last time, we'll say. And then with these 2 forward players, we might have to make them both advance forwards. Stay wider. And again, they're already moving into channels on that side. With Ermantrout, again, stay wider. We'll make him an advance forward. Just so they're doing the same job. We might see nothing from this, but I'm just thinking of it as an idea. Is it what we should go to? Do we need to cause teams more problems, and our forward line is maybe the route to that? You can see how well they're like midfield are playing right now as well. Christensen has got a couple of goals very late in the half. It might not come to anything, and the gamble that you play when you're trying to play sort of a more direct counter-attacking style is that you're going to give the ball away an awful lot more. You're trying to force those openings and those opportunities, and that's the pressure you kind of put yourself under then, as they are having fun and I'm not. 55 minutes gone. Thames 4-4. It's 4-1. You can see it. I don't know why I'm not looking at you. I think I'm embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, I am. You know what the problem was? I was wearing a Diego shirt, and colour-wise, I don't look like a Thames supporter, and I think they feel that today. Do you go slightly more balanced now? Is it time to move into balanced? Have we created a situation here where we're trying to do the same thing over and over again, and they're technically too good, and they're just having, I mean, he's had a back heel in our penalty area. And he's still onside. We don't know what we're doing. We have no idea. Rangel is stopped just about, and now it's whether we can work this out. Now, if we play a direct ball forward and we score from it, I'll feel like a genius. But right now, we are under pressure. That's that'll do. Solomon, I mean, he touches it down. It's now gone out wide. Can Amoroso get a ball into the centre for our boys? Or will he go for goal himself? Oh my goodness me! He's gone for goal himself. Okay, half an hour to go. We've had some great games so far in the Premier League. Because we're quite lax at the back, but we still have the ability to score. This is going to happen. We had a 3-3, of course, yesterday. 4-2 down. I'm going to stick with what we're doing. Like, again, I still think it gives us the best chance. And Thames, despite their poor season last year in terms of player ability, are like a top 8 team without doubt. So, I don't know. I don't feel too bad about this. It's quite similar to playing sort of like Arsenal of now, I feel like. Oh, that's a top 8 as well. Maybe not. I'm joking, Robbie, and, you know, AFTV, because I know you're watching. Hi, guys. Okay, Lloyd flicks it on. There's Solomon, and this is what I'm talking about. Urban Trout's in. The 2v2 at the back is what we live for. It's 3-4, sorry, to the blue side of Thames, but we're coming back. Get rid of this. This isn't helping anybody. Right, come on. Oh, I hit the red and white flag as well. That's a sign. That's a signal. It's on. It's on. It's a lovely ball from Solomon. And then it's a lovely finish as well, left-footed. I mean, unconventionally across the goalkeeper in that scenario, I feel like. It was probably easier to shoot the other side. Well, they scored 2 in 2 minutes, and now so have we. Thing is, I've gone to balanced, which I felt already was, you know, quite ambitious. Do I now go to positive, or do I stay on balance? I mean, we've scored a couple of goals on balance. Why change the winning formula? As I forget. Thing is, they pass the ball around. Look at them. They are actively mugging me off in situations like that. Can we get the ball back? No, I'm shaking my head. Christiansen to Rangel on that side, as if he can get the ball in. They've got players there. Serpak doing defending, which he's not here for, really, but we'll take it. As the ball's played in, De Silva is heartbreak. There's no other word for it. That is heartbreaking. Right, we're going attacking. I'm going to do some things here, viewers, that I do not try this at home. Extremely high tempo, extremely direct passing. We're gonna launch it quickly. The highlight is of the way of Thames FC, which does again makes me a little nervous. If they're in Christiansen. Oh my god, we've just I think the changes have just happened. 6-3, a 9-goal game. Oh, I'm exhausted. I said at the start of the video, I don't play this to be physically anxious, but I am now. 10 minutes to go. I've got to be honest, this has been quite a good performance from us. We've scored 3 goals. Our rate of conceding is high. I don't necessarily know what to do to stop it from happening. I think against sides that are in and around us, and I'm looking at that bottom 10, like, I think the way we were playing originally is probably fine, but against the better teams, I do need to find a way to be more frustrating. Now, whether that's to play a 5 at the back system, to go a little bit Gareth Southgate on them, try and hit them on the break, like that is an option for us. We could call it, you know, England Plus or something. I don't know what we call it, just England, I guess. Again, there's aspects of that I am pleased with, but ultimately we have lost the game, and I said at the start of the season, I don't care if we lose to the top 10 in every game, as long as we're picking points up against everybody else. And so far, that is exactly what's happening. So we need to do a little bit more, though. Again, comment section, leave your thoughts. I'm sure you've got plenty of them. So, yeah, I'll be reading through the comments, and we'll try and figure out a way to stop this. Again, I think our original system, as it's sort of proven versus Wolves and Leicester, is fine. And again, it's Norwich, West Ham, Sheffield United, like, competitive. So we've got points on the board, but against these better sides, like, there's a theme developing, isn't there? The games which we're losing, we're not just losing, we're getting, in some of them, we're getting hammered. So we need to find a way forward. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with all sorts of videos. See you soon, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, we lost. I don't know why I've done that. Oh, actually, before I go, you're still here. I do a podcast in New Zealand called 20 Good Minutes. You might like it. There's a link in the description. We've been doing it for 6 months. I should have mentioned it earlier.